Hey y'all, this is Manda and welcome back to my Texas Zonate A garden, and today we're doing an unboxing from Bluestone Perennials and we'll be planting my heirloom chrysanthemums. Okay, so last year I really struggled with growing dahlias for like the third year in a row. And I just got tired of dishing out the money for that over and over again, only to have one bloom or failure over and over again. So I made a big decision and I decided to forego all dahlias this year and invest in some heirloom chrysanthemums. Now, heirloom chrysanthemums are going to be big in the gardening world, in my opinion. I think we're already on our way. And these are beautiful giant mums that are typically utilized by florists for cut flower arrangements. All the varieties that I ordered are specifically for cut flower arrangements. I did not order any varieties that are kind of low, compact, anything along those lines that you would typically just use in your front bed garden during the fall. Right now, there are a lot of farms selling heirloom chrysanthemums. Most of them are selling cuttings, meaning they'll just take a little cut, they'll stick it in some soil, hopefully it's rooted. Some of them just send the cutting straight to you without being rooted. I did not want to deal with cuttings. I have a big failure rate with cuttings and I didn't want to invest in that money only to have failure. So I invested in full-grown plants. Now, full-grown plants probably isn't the best description. These are like first or second year plants. I mean, these aren't like giant plants, but they have a great established root system ready to go. And I ordered from a tried and true company, Bluestone Perennials, who's been in business for decades and decades. They have a great return policy. Everything about them is wonderful. And so I'm so excited to open these up and show you all. Okay, so I actually got this a couple of days ago, but I've just been so busy. I went ahead and opened the lid, and since then they've already grown a couple of inches out. Now, typically you don't want to leave them in the boxes. I should have gotten these out immediately, but we'll go ahead and go through these and then I'll show you what I do to prepare my plants once they've come to my house and when I'm pulling them out of the box. Okay, so I got my packing list. Now, I ordered these last year for spring delivery, and you can still order. They still have a lot available, so you can still order some. These most likely probably won't bloom until the fall for me, which is totally fine. Typically, months in my area, I can get a couple of flushes of blooms. Okay, it says I have 11 plants in here. So as I pull them out, I will put up a photo of what they look like. I love how they package all of their plants. Here, let me, better, okay. Okay, so their plants are sent not in like plastic pots. They're sent in kind of like breakdown containers just like this that have like cocoa coir around the base of them. This guy definitely needs some water right here. This first variety is called Coral Cavalier. Even has my name on this. It's cool. The second variety is called Cheerleader. These all look good. Very fresh. The next variety is Grape Queen. Next is Helen May. Next is French Vanilla. Okay, the next one is Pink Crest, and I think that I don't know if this is my bonus one or if I originally ordered that or not. Let me see. They sent a bonus plant, it looks like. This one is Ticonderoga, and I did order that one. Oh no, this is my bonus plant. They sent me a surprise plant, so I did order the Pink Crest. This one is Lady's Mantle. Chartreuse flowers with arching stems late spring or summer, full sun to mostly shade. I'll put a picture of what this is. I'm not familiar with pretty much anything about it, so we'll see. We'll see what it's like. I like surprise plants. Something to kind of push me out of my box. Next is Fred Stone. Next is Homecoming. And the last one is Fall Charm. Everything looks in really good shape. They are definitely need some water. So when I get plants in the mail, I don't typically put them directly into the ground. I like to acclimate them to my particular weather. So what I'm going to do is I typically will put these in a shaded area, something with a lot of great ambient light, but still shaded, so they're not getting direct sun. And then I'll put them in a container, and I will add water at the bottom of the container and allow them to gradually soak up the water. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so I just put them in the container and then pour some water on the top. Some of them are kind of light because they're pretty dry. And then I just fill up the container with water and allow them to gradually soak it up. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to allow these to acclimate for about 24 hours, and then we will get them planted. Okay, so this is a couple of weeks later since I've got mine in the mail. And what I've gone through is I've gone through and I've labeled them with these copper plant labels, and I used an outdoor pen that's supposed to stand up to the sun. It's supposed to be waterproof. I'll put those in my Amazon storefront if you're interested. But look how much everything has grown up. It's looking really good. Everything's very, very happy. So this is the space we're going to be working in. We're out back. And if you remember this bed that I recently prepared, I should say. So we've got a common viburnum back here, and the goal is going to let this to grow up, and I'm going to train it to arch and kind of like cover that corner. And then we're going to put all of our chrysanthemum, heirloom chrysanthemums here. Now we're going to divide them into 3 rows. There's going to be a back row that's going to be our taller football months. There's going to be a middle row that's more of our medium to tall, and there's going to be a front row that is our shorter. And basically I'm going to be opening this up. I'm going to dig this open, and there is down here, there is right here, weed barrier. I'm going to cut a big X, open up the space, and plant each of the plants with some Plant Tone slow release fertilizer. So let's go ahead and get that knocked out. Okay, I did want to show you a few of these have buds forming. I don't want the plants concentrating on buds right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through and I'm just going to use my fingers, snip those buds above a set of 2 leaves. Since these are brand new plants, I really want them focusing on roots, and maybe next year we'll allow them to bloom in the spring, and then we'll cut them back by July 4th, and then we'll allow them to bloom again before the fall. Okay, yeah, I made a quick clothing change. It started raining and I was covered in like muck, and so I was just like, I'm just going to go ahead and clean up. But the rain has stopped for a little bit, so you can see all of the heirloom chrysanthemums across here. Now I'm growing these specifically for cut flowers, so I put the tallest at the back, medium in the middle, small up front. My intention is for this front part to put a variety of calla lilies across this front part, and then in the corner to pin some kind of tall, beautiful urn styled pot with a beautiful rose that perhaps will drape across these windows. That is the plan for the future of this bed. Now, I also have one closed drip line right here running all the way across. So one of the things that I will do, I'm not going to do that today, is I will run a drip line to every single plant, so each plant has its own drip line. And that is the way I used to have drip all the way out throughout this bed, and it would just water wherever. Now it will only water the specific plant, which I think is going to be a big savings in water and much less wasteful. All right, you all, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope you're as excited as I am about these heirloom chrysanthemums. I'm really excited. I'm not going to see any kind of production in these until we get to potentially September. So, but that is very exciting. I ordered these last summer, so they were almost a year in the waiting. I think they're going to be worth it. I'm psyched. All right, you all, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you know when my latest videos are up, and make sure you check me out on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. As always, she's Mad Gardener or decorator or anything else that she wants to be. Thanks, y'all.